Let's go to, I want to go to John from Philly. Nuestro amigo dominicano, John from Philly. How are you today, my friend?
Hey, David, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has been brought to you before. Why I am Democrat? Why do the Democrats sometimes in politics are so weak? Like I don't know. Like I cannot explain. Like weak or bang over, or I'm easily bang over for the Republican to do anything they want. It seems to be like this is all every time, because even when they are not in power,
yeah.
I mean when they are even in power, like when they take the House, the Senate, the presidency, even Republican can screw them over for anything. Like, and they seem to be like easily. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I can explain. Like,
no, you're explaining it beautifully. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I had. So here's the one thing I would say, John. There's something to be said for not stooping down to the level of the right. Like, I understand the concept of the right lacks morality. They are total hypocrites. They'll do whatever the hell. They'll say one thing in 2016 in order to prevent a nominee to get on the court. And then they'll say something different. And like, they have no morality whatsoever. And there's something to be said about not stooping to their level. But you're bringing up a good point, which is at some point, don't you need to start winning?
Correct. Like it's always the right always screw them over all the time.
Yes.
Even we logic, the right, sometimes they never have logic, and they have dirty tactics to win anything.
Filthy.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I do think that the problem is if the left uses the right's dirty tactics to win, aren't we as bad as they are in some sense? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. But I share your concern. And what's going on now with the Supreme Court is it's disgusting, but it's also totally predictable, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
John, are you voting in person, by mail? What are you doing?
I'm thinking to vote in person.
Okay.
We will see how things going.
And will you try to do early voting or November 3rd, you think?
I don't know, because in Pennsylvania, I don't know when they open to go and vote in person.
I think it's soon.
late.
I think it's very soon.
It's very soon. Okay.
I think so, yeah.
When it's available, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it as soon as I can.
All right, John. I appreciate the phone call.
All right, David. You have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you too. Take care. Bye. There's John from Philly, originally from the DR. We love John. Let's go next to our caller from the 347 area code. Who's calling today from 347?
Hey, David. My name is Michael, and thanks for taking my call. So I am a committed Democrat.
Michael, I'm sorry to have to interrupt. You're gonna have to back away from the phone a little, or drop your voice down to a more reasonable level, because I'm about to blow an eardrum.
Oh no. Okay. So I'm a committed Democrat, 66 years old, native New Yorker, and I have one major concern.
Yes.
So do you think that the Democratic Party is really, really prepared with strategies to deal with the red mirage?
Right. Okay, let me explain what that is to people. So red mirage is the idea that because Biden voters are much more likely to vote absentee, that you could have states where it's close, where on election night, Trump has a small lead. And then in the days that follow, as the absentee ballots are counted, Joe Biden takes a lead. And the fear is that in the intervening time, Donald Trump will use the lawyers we know he has ready to go to try to stop the counting of absentee ballots or do other things. So your question was, do I think Democrats are ready to deal with that? The answer is no. I think that they are partially ready. We did get a report late last week that Joe Biden and the Democratic Party are getting numerous lawyers ready to try to deal with this. But the problem is that you fundamentally have an advantage if you're playing offense because you know what the strategy is. If you are playing defense, in this case, by definition, you're at a disadvantage because you're playing defense against what you believe they are going to try, but they may try things you're not prepared for. So I think that on a scale of 1 to 10, the left is probably at a 5 or 6 in terms of being ready to deal with Red Mirage.
Okay, so if I could go further with my question. You know how, for example, when Democratic candidates are preparing for debates,
Yeah.
and what happened, like, for example, right now you have Pete Buttigieg supposedly is helping Kamala Harris, and he's playing the role of Mike Pence.
Right.
And what they're doing is they're practicing, and they're anticipating, like one anticipates chess moves.
Sure.
So if that's the approach, so I would think that we would be needing to do that, anticipating a variety of different moves.
No doubt.
That we would have to make, because as you correctly stated, we're not going to know exactly all the things that Trump will do. And yes, because they're on offense, you're absolutely right. But I'm just wondering, is there anything that any of us could do? I'm just an average citizen. You have a prominent position in the political world. But I'm just wondering, is there anything that can be done to get the message across to the leaders of the Democratic Party that they need to be fully strategizing in every single way possible to anticipate every possible move the Republicans may make?
So unfortunately, I think on this one being so close to November, if the Democratic Party doesn't already know that they need to be ready for this, I don't know that there's much we can do. I think what we can do is to make sure that at the individual level, people understand, for example, if you are in line to vote before polls close, you can vote. Don't be tricked into being told you can't vote, right? Because this is how they could affect turnout. We need to sort of inform people at the individual level because we're only 5.5 weeks out at this point. If the Democratic Party is not ready for Red Mirage, it's over. Like there's nothing you or I at this point can do. Sadly, I hope that they are ready. I don't know if they are.
Yeah. Well, obviously my concern is not alleviated, but your answer is absolutely right on the money as usual.
Thank you,
David. So anyway, thanks for what you do. You have a great show, and I just love your clarity and your analysis, and your contributions to the political discussion is so valid. So keep doing what you're doing, and I wish you all the continued success.
Pleasure having you on. I really do appreciate the phone call. Let's take a quick break. If you are holding, and that's an if, don't hang up because we're going right back to the phones momentarily. I want to take a second to tell you about one of our sponsors, S&H Masks. S&H Masks has everything you need when it comes to face masks and other protective gear for COVID-19, and they're giving my audience 20% off. S&H Masks is the company that I've personally been going to for face masks. I love and trust the products they sell, and that's actually why I reached out to them about being a sponsor. I've tried tons of different face masks this year, like many of you, and I still have not found a mask that is more comfortable or easier to breathe in than the washable cotton masks that they sell. It's made of a silky, lightweight cloth that feels great on the skin, has a convenient adjustable strap, and it features a disposable 5-layer particle filter made of activated carbon. They also have disposable cloth masks, which are really comfortable, as well as all of the other gear like face shields, alcohol wipes, no-touch infrared thermometers. And all of their prices are very reasonable. I also love S&H Masks because they've donated over 60,000 masks to healthcare institutions. They're an excellent company. Shipping is just $5 and shipping is free on orders over $150. You can get there by going to davidpakman.com/mask. The link is under this video, and you can save 20% on everything in their store when you use the coupon code DAVID,